Alright, what's the deal? So, I wanted to speak about something. Hans ended up bringing up a good thing about love versus lust. I know that I've spoken about love and lust, or compensation, and that you have a fleshly woman and a spiritual woman. In that, and in doing so, I wanted to touch on a topic. I wanted to touch on a certain part that when you are when you love someone, right? You have to not just love them for your own or for their own, but even further, right? To where, that's how you love yourself. Loving yourself, you would know how to love someone else, right? Loving your neighbor as yourself. So you must love yourself first to properly know how to love someone else. So when it comes to a fleshly person that is not spiritually or mentally there, but physically they're in the bloom of youth, or someone who is always, let's say, in a different or a lower mindset, right? When it comes to compensation, that is what they need. They really do. We all need money, all right? We all need physical things, okay? When it comes to loving that person, though, you have to understand that the person is going through a growing situation, and they're going to do what they're going to do. If you try to hold them up, there's a lot of grief, spiteful feelings that the person may have or go through because they were held back. It's kind of like you have a father and a grandfather and a granddaughter, right? Or the daughter. She wants to go out to a crazy rock concert. The father would be like, no, I don't want you to go. This can happen, that can happen, this could happen. The grandparent says, you know what? You should let her go. You should let her go. Why? Because she's going to mature faster if you allow her to do these things and make some mistakes. It doesn't mean to just throw her out there to the wolves. It means that people are going to make some mistakes, but there's other lessons that are deeper. You could say, I don't want you to go here because they're doing drugs or whatever, but you're not also seeing that what is the detriment of the person when they don't go through it. If you leave them ignorant to understanding. I mean, if you really think about it, it leaves them vulnerable to be taken advantage of later down in life. So what would be the reasonable thing to do? You can go to the concert, not a problem. Have your cell phone. I'll be there in the crowd. If something goes down, give me a call. I got you on the ride home. All right? You enjoy the concert. You see what's going on. You peep what she's into. And, that would be the wisest thing to do. Instead of just saying, no, you can't go. I think that experience is something that she needs to experience. Not because of any other reason than that she's looking to bloom and understand and be a part of something. And denying that would not be a loving thing to do.
After 1 mile, keep right.
So the extent of the love gotta really overshadow so much stuff that you can come back to the first step and be like, you know what? I'm gonna let this happen. Almost like God did, right? The angels wanted to do what they wanted to, do. The devil wanted to do what he wanted to do. God said, okay, go ahead. Because whatever damage you cause is going to get cleaned up. And in fact, I'm going to tell you how. All right? That's what it came about. It gets cleaned up. We're all okay. In the long run.
Now keep right.
And what happens? He sits back and he's like, look, I told you. I'm glad you got that out of your system. Now let's move forward. And all he had to do was just sit back. Just sit back. Because he already knew. So that's what I'm talking about. Those are the actions of love. And, I have gone so far in love that I understand what needs to happen now, tomorrow, and what's going to go down. So let it be that way. Because if you don't, it can go another way where it harbors resentment. Now, you think resentment is well, at least they don't get a chance to do it and they're fine. Let's keep it 100. But how much do you learn? And how much do you gain by experiencing and learning from experience? Look at 2 kids. One that was home all the time, and then one that was out, wild child. Now, look at both of them by the time that they're 25. One at 25, the one who was wild, may have been through so much, and if she had wise guidance, she might be working on a business, doing better for herself, and genuinely not wanting to go crazy. Versus the other one. The other one would be like, I've been sheltered all this time, fuck it, I'm going crazy. And it happened anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes the quickest way is the way of love. Right? And not the quick fix, which would be considered lust. Or a hurry up and get to this spot. But kind of letting things unfold. So, that's just the way I see it. I really needed to put that out there. Y'all have a good one.